everyone, this is Champions of Growth with Anand Rathi Wealth. I'm Avan Dabash. And today we're recognizing all the individuals who really, in their pursuit of excellence, have defined the culture at Anand Rathi Wealth. One such inspiring journey is that of Guruprasad Swami, who has been a part of the organization since December 2015. In fact, under the leadership of Swapan Chakrabarti, he has grown and built an AUM of 150 crores with a short-term goal of reaching 200 crores. His journey reflects not only his personal and professional growth, but the power of mentorship and teamwork. He acknowledges this pivotal role played by some of his greatest mentors, including Rakesh sir and Feroz, in shaping this path. Away from all of the numbers, his happiest moments are very personal. The first time he held his daughter after giving birth, and of course, his very precious family. His story is one of humility, gratitude, and an unrelenting drive to grow. Thank you for joining in, and we look forward to understanding more about your journey. So start off by telling us what really differentiates Anand Rathi Wealth from the other organizations that you've worked with and making this a place that is almost like family.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Avan, for this introduction. So the journey goes back almost 10 years back when I started with this organization. So definitely the client centricity with which this particular organization is working from its start till today, it has been a great, I've experienced that. And second is the most important part is the entrepreneurial spirit that the organization has. And it has basically shaped our career also over the period of time. But when I look back my journey, I think these were the two important factors which I would definitely say are the differentiators as compared to the other organizations with this.
Absolutely right. And, there's over 690 open-ended equity mutual funds available, but the selection process for Anand Rathi Wealth in creating the equity mutual fund portfolio adds a layer of expertise. How has this process helped build greater conviction amongst your clients, according to you?
Yes, absolutely. As you have rightly said that there is a proper selection methodology. So as our organization believes that something which actually is designed in a proper way will have its own improvements over the period of time. And we have improved a lot over the period of time in terms of our selection processes also. But there is a clear focus on what should be the ideal ways by which I can choose. There are certain methods through which quantitatively and qualitatively understanding mutual funds behaviors in different circumstances and then choosing the best amongst them has definitely shown that conviction on the theory. And when we are actually practically looking at the performance of it from last 10 years, 11 years perspective, where the close to 16.45% is the compounded annualized growth rate for all our mutual funds. The basket that which has been changed over the period of time with that 3 to 4% of extra alpha generation, which has been possible as compared to a Nifty. So it has been an incredible journey and we have improved a lot in that segment.
Absolutely. So, most investors usually use leverage for real estate businesses, but at Anand Rathi Wealth, it's positioned quite strategically as a tool for enhancing the long-term wealth creation. So, how has this different lens on leverage influenced your client conversations?
Yes, very much. I think the entire credit goes to the overall team and especially the idea generation which has happened from Rakesh sir and Firoz, wherein Rakesh sir has always said that when we are looking at leverage from the perspective of their own businesses, when the clients have their own businesses, the approach is different or the perception of leverage is different as compared to when they are looking at a personal finance. And especially when we say that there is if I'm trying to increase the return on my capital by leveraging it in a proper risk managed way, it has delivered that return over the longer term, and clients have also understood the importance of it. So all credit goes to the entire product team along with the Rakesh sir and Firoz sir on this.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about what you think really defines the client centricity and how you've really seen it come alive at Anand Rathi.
Yeah. So overall, I would say it starts with the approach itself, because our approach is not of a transactional in nature, wherein I have certain basket of products with me and I'm taking them to the client. It is definitely not that. We are having an objective-led approach wherein we first try and understand how the client's net worth is distributed across various assets, and are they growing as per the basic expectation of giving at least a HNI inflation proof kind of returns or not, and then try to do a value add by basically changing the allocation from current to a suggested one, wherein we are trying to improve the growth of that net worth. So that basically is actually creating a value add on a family level, or the well-being of the family, by looking at this approach of entire net worth, taking into consideration, understanding it, and then solving the problem of consistency of growth, which is definitely more than the HNI inflation that you and me are subjected to.
Okay, great. Now, Anand Rathi Wealth clearly has been a big part of your life. You've gone through every milestone personally and professionally with the company. How has it helped you and really supported you having a healthy work-life balance?
Yeah, so a lot, basically. I would say that the overall, I would say the work-life balance has always been there. Understanding the RM's requirements in terms of the commitment towards the family, company has always understood that. I would even say that we have been given at times when there is a requirement, at times we have been even given the work from home kind of a culture, wherein we can take our client meetings through the Zoom also, and can we can work and as well as take care of the family at times if it is required. So company has always basically been understanding or in that particular segment. So I'm really thankful uh, because of this.
Yes, absolutely. They have certainly been, a big guiding force in that. So, what lessons have you learned being with this company? Do you have any mentors that have had a very lasting impact on you? Share some experiences or stories.
Yeah, so I would say that my obviously the if I talk about my mentors, they've always been particularly because I started my journey with Mr. Swapan Chakrabarti. So he's been a big he's played a very big pivotal role in shaping up my career at the initial start. And when I joined this particular organization, obviously Firoz Bhai and Rakesh sir, their philosophy of looking at different things, not only with respect to the portfolios or the investment management per se, overall to life, actually, it has been completely different. And we are always amazed by their humanity and as well as empathetic attitude towards every employee. I cannot even pinpoint one specific instance of that. I have seen so many examples of the empathetic nature and as well as helping by going out of the way when the employee is actually into a certain problems. They've always
Yeah.
shown that. So yes, that is there.
How wonderful and how lucky you are to have that. What would you say down the line is really exciting you about the future? How do you plan to grow your journey? What are your milestones? How do you see the company evolving? How do you see your role evolving?
Yes. So, I would say that first of all, the career progression has always been there, right from basically starting from scratch, starting from the client acquisition stage to come to becoming a private banker by definition, and then taking up a role of team leader. So I have seen that progression till now, but there are huge expectations that we have in terms of how the company is basically shaping up in the future course of time. Obviously, by being listed on the stock exchange, that has been a great that has given a great strength to us, and it is actually growing day by day. Clients are getting that confidence on us, and by so many innovations that we have done till now, and the innovations that we have, that Firoz Bhai and Rakesh sir have always talked about, what they are basically thinking in terms of the future of the products or the instruments or the investment overall philosophy from Anand Rathi is concerned. I'm very, very excited about it.
Good for you. And, just to understand a little bit better, if you could share one special experience that really reflects Anand Rathi Wealth's culture for you, or some memorable moments from your time here.
Uh, Not specific, which actually is coming into my mind
Okay.
just now. But yeah, but overall, it has been a great experience working in this organization. So overall, that if I talk about that objective-led approach, we have actually tried to, even sometimes it has become so habitual that even in our personal problems also, we try and say that yes, what exactly can be the objective towards solving this particular problem. So that has been basically part of our, I would say, daily life, that we think about the overall approach and the company's philosophy, and we try to grow ourselves over the period of time. So
Wonderful, and we wish you all the very best in your journey. And thank you for really showing us that your that all that you've learned has really helped you grow. And here is to more mentorship, to more strength, to a family-like organization here at Anand Rathi Wealth. Thank you.
thank you, Avan, for this wonderful conversation.